Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my video, and today I'll be doing an unboxing of the WL Toys. I believe it's the K929, and now this is a 1/18th scale car that was sent to me by GearBest to review. It looks pretty sweet. Pretty much your standard. Whoops! I actually just cut through the inside box. Your standard 1/18th scale car, size car. However, it was very, very cheap. I looked at the listing. They sent me a link on their site. And it was only $50. However, I don't think that includes shipping, as this is a little bit of a large box. One thing that's interesting about this is it actually came from their U.S. warehouse, and I didn't really know that they had a U.S. warehouse, or at least really new. So let's get this here. Okay, there we go. So it looks like let's get this off. That's what I cut through to the outside. So it looks like it's the K, where is it? I can't find it, the model number. Let's get a thumbnail right there. So it says it's maximum velocity 50 kilometers an hour, so very fast. Looks like this is just another version of their monster truck and a couple other designs. Looks like this is the desert buggy design, kind of like the Andromeda DB 4.18. What's the number? Yeah, and they also have the buggy, off-road buggy, and the short drifting rally car. So let's get this out, and it says it's 4-wheel drive, everything ready to run, waterproof. For $50, that sounds like a pretty bold statement, and 50 kilometers an hour. So I'm really interested to see how this does, and also looking forward to taking out and running it, because I haven't had a car in a long time. Plus, since it's winter right now, I can take it out on the ice. Let's see what that happens. So let's try and get this out. Okay, so there I finally got it out of the box there. It was quite a endeavor to get it out there, but I sped that part up for you. Here we have a manual, black and white, inside its own plastic cover, which is nice. Looks pretty good. I can't tell much from it right now, but it is pretty thick, as I can see. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. I hit the camera. Let's take a look at the truck. How do I get this out? Okay, there's some. And get rid of that box. Okay, so let's take a look at this box here first. Looks like we have a charging cable from a wall outlet, and it does come with the European connector. So, and I don't think it came with an adapter. I'm not fully done with the unboxing yet, but I'm pretty sure you'll need your own adapter if you're in the US. And it is a 800 milliamp hour output on the charging here, and then it goes to a barrel connector, so it must charge through the car, not through the battery port, which is, has benefits, but it also has drawbacks. And then, oh wait, never mind. I can't believe I forgot about that. It just plugs into the other part of the charger here, which is the balance charger, and then you charge off the two-cell balance port. So it is a standardized battery. Sorry about that. So let's try and cut this zip tie. There we go. Get rid of that. This unboxing is probably going to take a while. Lots of stuff to cut through. So here we have the radio, and now it's pretty much a standard WL Toys ground vehicle radio. Not too bad. This is my first one I've had. You got your power switch down below. I believe it takes 4 AA batteries. It's a little bit clunky maybe, but not too bad. The throttle and reverse feel nice, good spring tension. And you have a collapsible antenna, and it let me see. Looks like the antenna actually does run up through there, so it is a real antenna. So that's nice, nice and compact. And the steering wheel has a nice foam grip to it, and it's actually very smooth as well. And you have 4 buttons, which say throttle and steering trim, so it doesn't look like a bad radio at all. Then also fell out of the charging box is this little hex wrench tool that it comes with, which should allow you to take some of the things apart. A couple different sizes it has on it. It looks like it says a 5.5, a 7, I believe those are millimeters. Maybe the wheels, but a couple. That's pretty nice. So let's look at the truck here. This is the last part. And it does have a little fake spare tire in the back here, but that is completely fake. As you can see, it's just a plastic like dome. It's kind of disappointing, as the Andromeda model had an actual real spare tire on the back, but not too bad. So let's take a look at some of the body design. It says Transcend on it, 2.4 gigahertz, 4-wheel drive. That looks pretty nice. It's got a spoiler here. Pretty. Everything feels kind of cheap. Especially for this price point. Plastic doesn't feel great when you have this body, but not too bad. Let's take off this front part, the body clips right there, and then I believe this will, how does this work? Okay, here we are again. I have now figured out how to get it off. There were the two up front that hold this on, and there were also two back under the spare tire on these posts right there. Really kind of hard to get at. I had to get a little small thing, but that allows the body to completely fold off. It does not come all the way off, but nice access. I guess you'll never lose it. And there are two drivers in there, but everything, like I said, pretty flimsy, but you know, it should get the job done. So let's take a look at the guts here. Now, it actually doesn't look too bad from what I'm seeing here. We have our motor, and that looks very large. It's fairly large. It's definitely a lot bigger than my Andromeda motor. Whoops. And the Andromeda was twice the price, and now I believe this one is a 390. The Andromeda was a 370, and it already comes with a pre-installed heat sink, which is great there. And it kind of has these sort of bullet crimped connectors over to the ESC, which also has a heat sink on it. Then out of that come wires that go to your receiver. I think it's an all-in-one unit. Then you have your antenna over here. It's kind of hard to show like this. And then you have, for your battery, there's a nice battery strap there. That's very nice. Battery doesn't look too big, but it is a 2S 1100 milliamp hour battery ending in the JST plug. And I wonder if my JJRC X1, which is I think a 1200 or a 1300, might fit in here, as there's a little bit extra room, not much. But look nice there. Great that they included a LiPo, and there also is an on-off switch. And one thing you might notice is all the blue aluminum around. As you can see on the motor mount here, the shock caps. Where else did I see it? Some of the parts up on the front and rear bumpers, as you can see there, are blue aluminum. So that's really surprising. I thought this would be 100% plastic, considering the price point of this thing. That's really great. And also the dog bones, actually, the dog bones, which are the shafts running from the differentials in the middle to your wheels there, and your hubcaps are all metal. So that is great there. So you definitely, because that's a part that you'll usually break. So that is really nice. And now the shocks, they don't feel like they're oil filled, because they kind of sound like they may be a little bit, but they are very, very right back. So it's going to be kind of pretty bouncy there. But I bet you could fill them with oil, but it looks like... and they don't have adjustable shock caps like threaded body, but they do have preload clips on them. And the other linkages are not adjustable. Then over here you have your servo, which controls the turning, obviously, and it's just it has a servo saver on it, so not too bad. But it looks pretty much integrated, so you know you can't really do much. But yeah, it looks pretty cool right off the bat. I mean, for $50, let me look at the tires quick. They are, they're kind of okay. They look a little dirty out of the box, but I believe, I watched another video, that's some kind of chemical from the molds. But the traction pattern on them looks pretty good, since this is a 4-wheel drive off-road buggy. As you can see, it is 4-wheel drive, so if I turn, if I turn both wheels the same direction, all of them move, so that's proof there. I'm liking this motor. It's very big for a 390 brushed size. It's not brushless for this size of car. That nice heat sink, but yet you definitely want to break it in, run it at very low throttle for a while, just to break it in. so you don't ruin it. But let me plug in the battery quick here to see if we get any lights or noises, and then flip the on-off switch. And no, I didn't get any lights or switches, but you know, I didn't expect anything. So there we go. That was my unboxing of the WL Toys K929 Vortex. Looks like a pretty sweet car overall so far. Like I said, not the best, obviously, but what you're seeing is only cost $50 plus shipping from GearBest, and they do have it in the U.S. warehouse, a couple other places, as well as China if they're out of stock from that. But there we go. That was my unboxing. Stay tuned for the review coming soon. Please subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.